That's our R1E Zone 2 Single Detached RS2B Zone. Mr. Craig, Mr. Rockerby, introduction to this project? It's in your hands. Mr. Rockerby.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sorry, I think you were muted at the beginning of that item, so I
No problem. No problem. You're on.
All right, so nothing further to add to the staff report, but I would like to highlight some of the key aspects of this proposal. So it is a proposed rezoning to facilitate a subdivision to create 2 single detached homes on the property. The applicant is proposing to retain all of the on-site trees and would be providing a 2-bedroom secondary suite in each of the new dwelling units. Additionally, there will be enhanced landscaping at the rear of the property along Stevenson Highway to help mitigate some of the potential disturbances caused by the adjacency to the agricultural land reserve farm across the street. Any further questions, I am happy to answer.
Okay, we have a couple of questions. A question from Councillor Day. Carol?
Thank you very much, through the chair to staff. So just to be clear, right now it's a duplex and there's 4 rental units and we're going to be down to 2 rental units. Is that right?
Through the chair to Councillor Day, that is correct. The result would be 2 owned properties, the principal dwellings, and each of those principal dwellings would have a secondary suite.
Okay. Well, it's unfortunate that we're losing 2 rentals, but I suppose we get 2 new homes. So thank you very much.
Okay, anything else? All right, seeing none. Moved, seconded. All those in favor, contrary carried. All right, thank you, Hasid. San, we're not needing you today. Thank you very much. The next item is the referral response review of the office stratification regulations. And there are 2 recommendations, but Mr. Hopkins, can you walk us through this?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I can provide a quick summary.
Great.
This report responds to a referral from 2019 on whether potential restrictions on the stratification of office space should be considered. Based on market research, technical analysis, and consultation results, staff do not recommend any further restrictions at this time. The current office strata policy, which utilizes a density bonus approach, has not had enough time to determine if the policy is successful in attracting large office space to the city centre. So in the context of an uncertain office market, thanks largely to the pandemic at this point, a review of the potential to refine office strata restrictions is recommended in 2 years' time. Staff are here to answer any questions.
Okay, do we have any questions? Do we keep the status quo? Carol?
Yeah, so I remember this is from 2019. We were trying to attract larger office spaces and larger companies. Was that because of primarily employment opportunities, or?
Through the chair to Councillor Day, I believe at the time, and I can ask Ms. Ferland to maybe expand on my response, but I think at the time it was to try to secure large space for flexibility for somebody who needs to expand or to attract perhaps an employer who has a large employee base. So to provide some flexibility, especially in the city centre. But the office market, of course, has changed quite a bit since then.
Yeah, when I was reading this, I thought, boy, this is not the time to make this decision. I would have to agree that status quo is the only way to go, because it's like everything has changed since COVID came into place, and whether we'll even need large spaces for businesses is really a big question mark for me anyhow. So thank you for the report. It was very helpful.
All right, any other questions? Seeing none. Moved, seconded. All those in favor? Contrary carried. All right, any managers' reports? Anything to update before we adjourn?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, okay.
I do have one update for committee.
Thank you.
Just a reminder that we have initiated the Lulu Design Awards submission for the current awards. was a press release issued earlier today to encourage submissions. We are also pushing out some posts through various social media channels to encourage participation from the development industry as well as from the community at large.
Excellent, well done. Thank you. Anybody else? Just jump in. Yep, go ahead.
Mr. Chair,
Kim?
have an update on Smith Street supportive housing. To let council know that the excavation is in progress right now. We expect the modular units to be delivered on site in the second or third week in February. And it is anticipated that the modular supportive housing will be ready for occupancy later on in June.
Excellent, well done. Okay, anybody else? Okay, anything from council or committee? Seeing none?
Move adjourned.
Motion to adjourn, we're adjourned.